Hello again and welcome back to Storm Talk. Today we're going to be taking a look at Anub-Arak, the Traitor King. You can take a moment to read through his backstory. We'll take a moment to look at his character model. Okay. His trait is that he spawns a beetle whenever he casts an ability. His basic abilities are Impale, shoot a line of spikes that deals damage and stun targets, Hardened Carapace, basically grants you a shield, and Burrow Charge, burrow underground and charge in a direction. His heroic abilities are Locust Swarm, spawn a swarm of locusts that damages enemies and heals you, and Web Blast. Wrap an enemy in webbing, enemies can attack the webbing to break them free. Don't worry, we'll get to that. We will demonstrate your skills very shortly. His skins, you have the Traitor King and variations. Master Skin, again, with variations. And Anub-Arak, with variations. I'm going to be taking out the red Anub-Araks. So, let's go ahead and try them out. So, as you can see, his mount is him flying, just like Zagara. Although, interestingly enough, his top wings actually flap as well. I don't know, his flying just seems like, especially the Anub-Arak one, because you have those like waves that come behind it, just kind of feels a little more better. I don't know how else to say it. It just feels better. You kind of have that little bit of a distortion going on that kind of makes it seem like his wings are doing something. But okay, so Impel Spikes, 68 damage with a 1.25 stun. Shoots out spikes. As you can see, also spawns a beetle. The beetle lasts for 10 seconds and does 10 damage at level 1. Hardened Carapace, you harden your shell, grants you a shield for 150 points. Lasts for 3 seconds, has an 8-second cooldown. It's kind of a quick shot. The enemy's coming at you with a big attack, you throw this up as they're hitting because it doesn't last that long. And Burrow Charge. Burrow, charge up. When you come out, you smash the air, or you deal damage, and you stun enemies briefly. You can also cast it a second time to come out anywhere. This ability travels through walls. It does not travel through terrain. Well, it's kind of hard to show. I'm not. I think it travels through terrain walls, but not like game walls. But it does travel through buildings, for example. Woohoo. That was sad. Let's get back into lane. So yeah, that's him pretty much in a nutshell. He's kind of tanky. He has a shield that allows him to take more extra hits. He has a stun. And he has a charge, which also has a brief stun in it. One thing to note, trying to demonstrate, your minions do have health, so they do count as full minions, thus will take damage from towers and stuff. So dropping your shield in the middle of like a tower attack is actually a lot more useful than it sounds, because it also allows the tower to start shooting at your minion as well. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and start. Well, let's look at his stats first. That's probably important. He starts with 800 HP with a 1.46 regeneration, 500 mana with 3 regeneration. He has a melee attack range of 1.5 with 45 damage and 1 attack per second. You can see these stats go up as he levels. At level 30, he has 6,020 HP with a 12.33 regeneration, and he deals 306 damage per attack. His beetles now deal 68 damage per attack. His burrow charge is 325. His carapace is now for 1,020, and his impel is for 300 damage. Let's take a look at his abilities. Regeneration Master, General Talent. Extended Spikes increases the range of impel by 25%. Persistent Carapace increases the hardened carapace's duration by 2 seconds, up from 3 to 5. Assault Scarabs. The attack damage of spawned beetles is increased by 25%. This one's actually kind of a hard one for me, because I love Regeneration Master. It's great on tanks. And this guy has a shield. He is basically a tank. But the Assault Scarab's also really interesting. It increases the Scarab's damage, and later on, like as you can see, the first 3, you get a Scarab with each of them. Then at 16, you get another Scarab. So it's kind of a little hard there. But for the first 2, we're going to take Extended Spikes because Regeneration Master's general, and I can kind of demonstrate the difference in the length of the spikes now. At level 4, Superiority, the general talent. Locust Needles. Your basic attacks also deal 35% AoE damage. Underking increases the range of burrow charge by 20% and lowers its cooldown by 2 seconds to 12-second cooldown. The same as your Impel, actually. And Legion of Beetles. Automatically spawn a beetle every 8 seconds. I like Legion of Beetles. It is nice. It basically makes you Abathur. Like, they're not as good as Abathurs, but like it basically kind of gives you like a little bit of an Abathur type ability where you constantly have something going on in the field, even when you're owned. We're going to go with Locust Needles, though, for the 1-2s. At level 7, Mercenary Lord, General Talent. Bed of Barbs. Create a bed of spikes along your impel path that slows enemies by 30% and deals 78 damage per second. The spikes will persist for 3.5 seconds. You also have Shed Exoskeleton. Using Hardened Carapace will increase your movement speed. And I'm not going to say that word. Spines. Casting it, your Carapace will also deal damage in an AoE around you. Or Leeching Scarabs. The beetles will heal you for 50% of the damage they do, if he's nearby. But you spawn them on you every 8 seconds and whenever you cast a spell, so you're pretty much nearby unless you, like, dip out with your burrow charge. I like Leeching Scarabs. It has a lot of synergy with Assault Scarabs and Legion of Beetles. We're going to go with Bed of Barbs, just because it actually is something demonstratable, and it's one of the 1-2s. Locust Swarm deals 260 damage per second in an area around a noob. Each enemy that is hit will heal you for 70. Demonstrate this ability. Basically, you just have locusts fly around you. Let's toggle minions real quick and demonstrate this ability with them. So, as you can see, activate it, it spreads, it infects. You can't really tell because I wasn't all that hurt. Let's actually get in here and take some damage first. So, as I was saying, I kind of spread the locusts around, and each person hit heals me for 70. So, like, literally, a minion wave has, what, 7 people in it, so that's... I really shouldn't be doing math in videos. Yeah. It's what, 52 health, or 520 health per second from just the minion wave alone? Yeah, that's pretty worth it. At level 13, Burning Rage, General Talent, Spell Shield, General Talent. Chitinous Plating increases the shield amount by 50%, up from 1,000 to 20. Or symbiotic armor. Your beetles also get a shield equal to. Yeah. Symbiotic armor seems really nice. I've yet to use it, honestly. Burning Rage sounds pretty good. But it's kind of one of those things, like, you're literally giving your beetles a shield as well, and yeah, they don't have a lot of health. Let's see. Can't really tell how much health they got. Let's see if we do it like this. So they're able to take 10 shots from a tower. And it's like, are we able to establish what a tower does? Tower does something like 100 damage a hit. So I'm not sure if that establishes anything, but I think that means they have about 1,000 HP. Maybe. It'd be really nice if they told us, though. But we're going to go Burning Rage. At level 16, Epicenter increases the impact area of Burrow Charge by 100%. So that, if you notice, is actually just that straight line. It doesn't have a circular arrow AoE. So taking that would increase the damage, double it. Beetlejuiced. If a beetle kills an enemy, its duration is refreshed and it becomes fully healed. It also gains 1,000 or 100% health and damage. This can only occur once per beetle. Again, has great synergy with Legion of Beetles. Blood for Blood and Rewind are general talents. We're going to take Epicenter just to kind of demonstrate it. At level 20, he has Resurgence of the Storm and Fury of the Storm basic abilities, or general abilities. He also has Hive Master. Anub-Arak permanently gains Vampiric Locusts that attack nearby enemies every 3 seconds. They deal 500 damage and return 140 health. So you literally have a permanent... Your Locust Swarm is permanently active to a lesser degree. So to kind of demonstrate this... seriously, this is kind of an overpowered ability. Okay, toggle minions, refresh forts, and let's demonstrate this in a fight. So, you have the impelled spikes, and you kind of were able to see there the spikes that stay up. But let's go into a fight against the buildings. The buildings aren't even really affecting me, but if I wanted, I can actually activate my ult. Walk in, pop my shield just so I can get a minion. And easy as that. You pop your abilities you pop your abilities a couple of times so you can spawn locusts and keep people from hitting you. Let's go ahead and reset. And go ahead and level up again. This time we're going to specialize on his beetles. One interesting thing about the two new guys, Anub and Azmodan, is that they each have an ability that is able to be super specialized. In this case, Anub-Arak's trait and Azmodan's Death Laser Beam. So, not sure if that's supposed to mean anything, but they really seem to want to have, this is something you can specialize in and be really, really good at, or you could generalize and kind of be more of a jack-of-all-trades type thing. So, we're going to take all the beetle traits, so beetle, beetle, beetle. Web Blast wraps the enemy hero in a cocoon for 5 seconds. Enemies wrapped in the cocoon are unable to act and are untargetable. Allies of the hero can attack the cocoon to break it early. Let's demonstrate that. So, as you can see, minions can attack it, And it kind of loses health over time anyway. Because that's how you can kind of tell the timer on it, is it's losing health. Anyway, continuing. We're going to take the symbiotic armor, just because it also helps the beetles out. And Beetle Juiced. At level 20, you have Crypt Weaver. Gain the ability to reinforce your Web Blast victims. Increase the time that they're trapped. So, to demonstrate this, let's turn off the auto spawn. So, I now have the ability to reinforce it. If it lasts long enough. I can reinforce. Which I'm not actually able to get off, but I think like it's the channel that increases it, but it's kind of one of those weird ones. But anyway, let's go ahead and demonstrate this build in a fight against the buildings. So, as you can see, we don't have our massive healing ability. But instead, what we do have are lots of pet beetles. Do remember that the beetles also heal me for the damage they deal, as long as I'm close to them. And that my shield also shields my beetles. So as you see, because I'm capable of spawning minions at such a rapid rate, I am literally capable of walking into a base, and without any hassle, like physically without taking damage once, take out the entire base. Now, of course, that'd be different if there were minions there that would try to fight me, and if there were, say, enemy heroes trying to stop me or anything like that. But I think it is kind of important to demonstrate that it does have such strong powers. Also, as you can see, the evolved beetles are much bigger, so it's a little bit easier to tell. Okay, as you can see, when I'm channeling onto it, I was just actually able to just notice that this time when nothing else was showing up. When I channel onto it with you can see it bouncing up 1 HP, which basically means it's healing. And it's also decaying over time, so it kind of is one of those it fixes itself type things. But anyway, this is Anub-Arak. I hope you have enjoyed this little Storm Talk, and I hope it was informative. And have a nice day.